Acknowledgement. Yeah.
What up, guys? It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. We're here for another jam-packed episode of Wrestling Wednesday. If you're new here, in this video, we're going to go over the wrestling news, go over a couple of topics, give our thoughts, but ultimately at the end, we ask your thoughts on them and like to have a little conversation in the end. But without further ado, sit back, grab your snacks, and let's get into the video. Coming in at topic number one is the WWE TNA partnership. Now, if you haven't heard, we did post a short about this. It was a pretty funny video. You might want to go check that out. If you haven't heard, WWE and TNA has signed on for a multi-year deal where they can do this kind of cross-promotion, as we can have WWE stars go over to TNA and TNA stars come over to WWE to get some kind of exposure. If you want to get all the other details, we will leave the link in the description down below so you can read the article yourselves. But it'll be interesting to see what comes from this. You know, we have the Hard Boys, who are currently the TNA Tag Team Champions. Could we see them come over and face a team like Fraxium or, or DIY? That would be cool. Or could we get Nick Namath back on WWE, as he just currently lost the World Heavyweight Championship? But it'd be nice to see him come back over, maybe a surprise hit in the Royal Rumble. But not only that, Joe Hendry, who just gained the World Heavyweight title. It's a lot of options there.
Say his name, man.
It'd be nice to see the cross promotions. I know we just did something with Genesis where we had kind of like an NXT crossover. So I believe the thoughts are endless what we could have here, because we did see a couple of TNA wrestlers show up at the Monday Night Raws the past 2 weeks. So let's see what happens. All right, going into topic number two, Ricky Starks requests his release from AEW. Now, if you watched a recent episode of Wrestling Wednesday, you know that Ricky Starks has not been on the AEW promotion in almost a year. March 10th will be a full year since he's been on television. That is insane. I don't know what is going on over there, but obviously he is frustrated and not being used and is not a fan of the creative right now. So if you're not going to use him, you might as well release him. And I understand Tony doesn't want to lose him to WWE, but at the end of the day, it's just time to let someone go. I mean, we already heard news recently about Malachi Black and that whole situation. So instead of just paying them to sit around and do nothing, why not just release him? I believe it's just time to release him. It's going on way too long now. And don't get me wrong, I do believe Ricky Starks will thrive in WWE, especially if he went over to NXT. He has the charisma, he has the wrestling. It would just better off for him doing something instead of just being at home doing nothing or going into doing some other indie promotions, what I think is probably good to keep him in ring shape, but like, come on. And for our final topic, Corey Graves appears on NXT. Now, if you haven't heard about the frustrations of Corey Graves, of how he's been letting his whole rant go on X, Twitter, as we still call it here, very easy to see that he is very frustrated with the creative as well, and how he feels like he's not being used correctly as he's gone down to NXT from the main roster. And I believe he said himself he's been cleared for the last 2 years to get back into wrestling. So what's going on there? He currently was not on last week's episode of NXT, but showed up this episode, and it doesn't seem like, I mean, he does have the, his announcer gimmick, if you will, as he's announcing there, but it did kind of seem like he either A, got paid more money, or B, is just trying to get pushed through it. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with Corey Graves. It's just interesting to see what's going on here on all promotions. But what do you guys think of these three topics? Comment below, let us know. And if you're new here, or for the OGs as well, we just recently created a Instagram page where we're posting some of our videos and shorts on there as well. Some things that we don't post here, we will post on there. So if you guys want to see those funny videos or clips or highlights, make sure you follow on the page there. Again, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, And don't forget to hit that notification bell until notified when we upload a video. But until then, we'll catch you guys later.